Versatile Mage. Chapter 91. Magical Beasts Attacking the City. The alerts were divided into different levels. The first level was orange. 2 years ago, Bow City had issued an orange alert. Back then, there was a brilliant light radiating from the back of the mountain. At that time, there were at least 300 magical beasts scattered in the vicinity of the safety boundaries. Today, 2 staggered brilliant lights were seen. This meant a blue alert. Once this alert went off, it signified there were hidden threats and a crisis in the city. The orange alert was quickly solved by Boss Zhangkong back then. However, with the appearance of a blue alert today, it meant that there were at least a few thousand magical beasts roaming the vicinity of the safety boundaries. Heavens, Bow City hadn't sounded a blue alert for the last 10 years. A jingling sound rang out. Just when everyone thought this was a joke, the phone in Wan Duanfeng's pocket began ringing. The rain poured down onto the faces of the hundreds of battle mages, revealing stunned expressions. With the exception of the sounds of rain and Commander Wan Duanfeng's mobile ringtone, the surroundings were silent. Wan Duanfeng fished out his phone beneath the drifting rain and put it to his ear. "Hello, Commander Wan. We were attacked by a group of beasts. Our light magician, the light magician died. We are unable to continue firing the brilliant lights." The voice of Squad Captain Zhou Jin came over the phone. Wan Duanfeng felt a chill run through his body, the hand holding the phone beginning to tremble. "If Bow City is able to survive this disaster, please apologize to Boss Zhangkong, and apologize to Pan Lijin." Zhou Jin's voice was gloomy and hoarse, carrying deep reluctance. Wan Duanfeng's face twitched fiercely, his eyes filled with deep sorrow and anger. Beep beep beep. After saying this, he hung up. During the call, Wan Duanfeng had heard clamorous roars. The roars sounded as if they were right next to his ears, making his heart palpitate. He put down the phone with a despairing soul. He tightly closed his eyes, the pouring rain stinging his skin, feeling like swords stabbing into his heart. Even though the call had ended, he could still imagine the moment Squad Captain Zhou Jin let out a grieving shriek. He was dead. He was definitely dead. No one knew this better than Wan Duanfeng. A person making a phone call in that situation had no chance of surviving. Sound off the blood alert. Wan Duanfeng took a deep breath. His eyes no longer showed sadness, only the resolution of a soldier ready for battle. Blood. Blood alert. You're not joking with us, are you, Captain Wan? The battle mage at his post looked at him in disbelief. Beneath the curtain of rain, the battle mages guarding their posts were all dumbstruck. For them, the second-level blue alert was already a crisis. As for the blood alert, that was a calamity. The blood alert was the most dreadful of calamities. Some people could live their entire lives without seeing one, whereas those who had experienced it might never escape its shadow. "What are you staring for? Hurry up and do what I told you to," Wan Duanfeng practically roared. These blockheads, delaying the blood alert by even a second could cost hundreds of lives. A woo, a woo, a woo, roar. Suddenly, a series of roars that shook hearts came from the back of the mountain. It was as though lightning bolts had struck, causing the entire mountain to tremble. The trembling reached the station, even the giant stone barrier shaking slightly. A woo. Through the vast curtain of rain, a shadowy figure leaped into view, landing atop the highest point of an ancient pine tree. Beneath the rain stood a proud and aloof creature that resembled a king. Its body was that of a wolf, its back arched as it stood. 3 eyes on its fierce skull shone with an incomparably vicious red light. The magical beast overlooked the checkpoint station of the human city from afar, like it was gazing at penned-up sheep. Three-eyed magic wolf. A young battle mage shouted, his voice trembling. As he spoke, shadows emerged behind the 3-eyed magic wolf, scuttling forth. They occupied tall trees, scattering around it like soldiers guarding a commander. More and more shadows appeared. Their savage red eyes glimmered in the rain like stars in the night. One glance sent chills down the spine and made scalps go numb. This many. Multiple packs of one-eyed magic wolves appeared on the hill. They raised their heads in unison, howling toward the sky as rain poured down. The entire mountain echoed with their voices. "They're calling, they're continuously calling for their comrades," said a summoner who had studied beast language, his face pale with shock. Heavens, there were already over 300 one-eyed magic wolves here. With that many calling at the same time, just how many more magical beasts would respond? At that moment, the battle mages guarding the station finally understood why the blood alert had been sounded. The magical beasts were attacking. Multiple groups of magical beasts were attacking. This was a calamity, an unforeseen calamity. Heavy rain poured down as hundreds, even thousands, of magical beasts charged forward. Bow City had been fighting with the magic wolves for many years, but now it seemed the wolves could no longer suppress the thirst in their hearts. They were gathering under the commands of higher-level magic wolves before launching a frenzied assault on Bow City's defense line. A dark green tide covered the mountain, formed by countless one-eyed magic wolves. They ran frantically, howling, their numbers shaking the snowy peak mountain station to its core. The eyes of the magic wolves were filled with hatred and cruelty toward the humans waiting in the rain. They intended to devour every living soul. Beneath these terrifying roars, even the magicians seemed small and powerless. Yet they stood ready to face the magical beasts. For many of the battle mages, they would never forget the sight of the endless wave of one-eyed magic wolves racing toward them, though in truth, it was unlikely many would live to remember it. Chapter end. Please guys like, comment, share, and subscribe.